The crisp October air of Jackson, Kentucky, always carried the scent of pine in approaching winter. Wrapping around the historic brick walls of Jackson City School. For 14-year-old Teresa, basketball season meant late nights in the gym, the squeak of sneakers on polished wood, and the electric hum of the crowd. But tonight, the game had ended in a tough loss. The other girls were gathering their stuff with tired sighs and the sounds of their quiet shuffling as they packed their gear away. Teresa's teammates had all hurried out ahead, eager to meet their parents in the parking lot. Teresa and her sister Pam, the only two left in the building, needing a moment to wash the grit of the game from her hands, she told her sister, "I'll be right back," and slipped away down the dim corridor to the old side of the building. Her sights set on the bathroom down the steps in the basement. Every student at Jackson City knew the history. Long before the modern wings were added, a devastating fire had gutted parts of the structure, and generations of alumni had whispered about the ghost of a young girl who had tragically fallen down the old, winding stairwell, never making it out. Upperclassmen treated the legend like an initiation rite, passing the torch of the spooky folklore down to the incoming freshman class like a secret code. Teresa had always rolled her eyes at the stories, dismissing them as cheap campfire tales designed to rattle younger kids in the dark. Until tonight. The old girl's bathroom smelled faintly of ancient plaster, damp wood, and lemon wax that hadn't been fresh in decades. Fluorescent lights above the row of faded vintage mirrors buzzed with a low, irritable drone, casting a sickly yellow hue over the tiled floor. Teresa turned on the faucet, splashing cold water against her flushed face. As she reached for a paper towel, the buzzing overhead abruptly cut out, plunging the room into an uneasy, breathless silence and darkness. She froze, staring at her reflection in the dark glass. Then, cutting through the heavy stillness, a faint, childlike whisper drifted from the shadows near the back stalls. "Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy." Teresa's heart slammed violently against her ribs, the breath catching in her throat. Her mind raced. It's just the old pops, or the mine rattling the fire escapes. She forced her legs and hurried toward the heavy wooden door. As her hand gripped the brass handle, the whisper returned, echoing directly behind her ear, sharp, clear, and terrifyingly close. "Ashes, ashes." Terror paralyzed rational thought. Teresa didn't look back. With a gasp, she threw the door open and bolted down the pitch-black corridor, her sneakers pounding frantically against the worn linoleum. Shadows stretched and twisted along the walls like reaching fingers as she burst through the double doors and tumbled back into the warm, brightly lit safety of the main gymnasium. Her sister was standing by the bleachers packing up. Seeing Teresa pale, trembling, and wide-eyed, she dropped her bags instantly. "Teresa, what is it? What happened?" her sister asked, rushing over to steady her. Trembling, Teresa gripped her sister's jacket, struggling to form the words as she glanced backward towards the dark, yawning mouth of the old hallway. "Pam, something was in the old bathroom. It whispered to me. Their hearts pounding in their chests, the girls grabbed up their things. Teresa and Pam rushed out of the school to begin their walk. Through the underpass and along the old railroad tracks to their South Jackson home. From that night on, Teresa never set foot near the dark basement hall after games, keeping a wide berth from the school's historical wing. Ashes, ashes, we all fall.